talking about a home. Talking about me and you. Things we'll do. I said a home. Talking about a home. Not talking about a one-night stand. I wanna be your man. I said a home.
From the people who bring you Charleston Home and Design Magazine, the Charleston Home and Design Show, the Custom Home and Remodel Show, and Charleston's online home show, newhomecharleston.com, this is Talking About a Home. Talking About a Home is a home show on the radio, featuring interviews with local experts, home tips, trends, and ideas you need to know to make your home better. I'm Michael Blaze with 5 Star Real Estate, and this is Talking About a Home.
Good afternoon. I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and I want to thank you for listening to Talking About a Home show on the radio. In addition to our radio show Talking About a Home, we also publish Charleston Home and Design Magazine, winner of the American Society of Interior Designers Excellence in Design Media Award, and also winner of the American Institute of Architects Charleston Chapter's Honor Award for Journalism. You may also be familiar with the 3 custom home shows we organize. The Charleston Home and Design Show, which is coming up January 24th through the 26th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. Also Charleston's only open-air home show, which takes place every April at Family Circle Stadium on Daniel Island, and the Custom Home and Remodel Show and Hurricane Expo, which happens every August. Well, today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, and we're very proud to have Real Deal Countertops as one of the sponsors of the Charleston Home and Design Show. And over the next few weeks, we'll be visiting all the different sponsors of the Charleston Home and Design Show. And today's show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops. We'll be talking with Rafael Quetevez. Also, we'll be talking with Anna Rose with Heritage Trust Federal Credit Union. Also, Alan Wheeler with Coastal Design Builders. Robert Gatch with All About Garage Doors. And finally, Gene Wallace with Plugs Appliance. And as I mentioned, the Charleston Home and Design Show is coming up January 24th through the 26th. At the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium, when we have lots of very fun, interesting, compelling special events and features going on at the Charleston Home and Design Show. We always have a lot of things going on. We've got one of them in particular I want to mention is the free design consultations for homeowners that will be offered by ASID Interior Designers, and ASID stands for the American Society of Interior Design. And these ASID designers are very talented, educated interior designers, and they'll be volunteering their time to offer free design consultations for homeowners, 20 to 30-minute design consultations, and you can get a lot done in a short period. And give us a call if you'd like to reserve a spot for a free design consultation, 843-577-7652. That's 843-577-7652, and have a great weekend. I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and I want to thank you for listening to Talking About a Home show on the radio. Today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, located at 818 Central Avenue in Summerville, and we're very proud to have Real Deal Countertops as one of the sponsors of the Charleston Home and Design Show coming up January 24th through the 26th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. And now we're talking with Rafael Quetevez with Real Deal Countertops. How you doing, Rafael?
Really good. How are you?
Good. Rafael, tell everybody about Real Deal Countertops.
All right, Real Deal Countertop, it's a company, it's a family-owned business with myself, my brother-in-law, and my sister. And we have a really good crew in the back doing all the cutouts, installation. We don't subcontract any of the workers. Everything's done by us. We've been here in this location since April. We moved from Massachusetts to here, and we're doing this for about 13 years now. So we really know what we're doing in this business.
Sure. And we're located in your showroom here at Real Deal Countertops, and then you've got So the showroom is where you get a lot of your customers come in to look at the different samples of the granite and marble and all sorts of other natural stone.
Exactly. And here in the showroom, we have all different type of sink that we can provide. We have all different edges that we can do as well, and different cabinet styles as well, floors. Yes, that's where they come here first. We show them everything that we can do, and I'll bring them to the warehouse so they can see our stock materials.
So you've got a warehouse attached to your showroom, and that's where you're housing. How many natural stone slabs does Real Deal Countertops keep on hand at any given time?
Real Countertop, we are importers as well. So
Okay.
we bring our own material from the source. So I personally go to Brazil and hand select our granite and bring it in for our customers. Actually, in probably a week, we're gonna have more than 100 slabs in stock.
Wow.
With more than probably 25 different colors to help the customer, all different colors, exotic colors, standard colors, all different type of colors.
So a homeowner doesn't have to go to there's a few different companies in town that wholesale the natural stone, and they have bids of slabs on hand. Since Real Deal Countertops, you folks import your own slabs. It's one stop. You can a homeowner can pick out the slab they want right here at Real Deal Countertops.
Exactly. Yeah, we like you said, we are one stop. You get your countertop, you get your sink. Actually, this month we're offering free sinks. Okay, for everybody. Okay, that purchased the kitchen countertop from us, we offering free sinks.
Very good, very good. And then so a homeowner that visits. Let's start from the beginning, Raphael. If you could kind of walk us through the process of what a homeowner experiences when they're looking to replace their old countertops. Kind of walk us through what they would experience at Real Deal Countertops.
Okay, what make us different from our competitors is we are family-owned business to begin with. So we take care of the customer like a family, like we like to be treated.
Sure.
So we take them step by step. We listen to them what they want. We most of the time they ask us, because we're the professional, they ask what we think, what will look good, and we give them we provide them with all our experience in this business, it's gonna look good. So first the customer called us and give us, we make an appointment. We offer free estimate. We go to their customer house, and that give us time to see what the customer have, color of the cabinet, color on the wall, what kind of floor they have, so we can direct them to a color that's gonna blend everything together, gonna look really good. Because again, we are family-owned business, and we're not here just to do one job for one customer. We're here to do their family, their friends. We look for that relationship with our customer. So we go to their house. We help them select the stone. They bring them back to the shop. They select the stone, and we proceed with the final measurement and installation.
Gotcha. Now, when it comes to somebody is getting their old countertops replaced with natural stone countertops at Real Deal Countertops, how long will they be without their countertops?
First, if they're replacing existing countertops, they're not gonna be not even a day without the countertop. We don't remove the countertop, the existing countertop, to make the template. So they're gonna have their working kitchen.
Okay.
So we remove that countertop the same day we do the installation.
I see.
And they can do the plumbing, they can do everything. So they're not gonna be without a countertop in any time. So that's a good part of it too.
Gotcha. And Let's talk about the affordability of natural stone because say 10 years ago or so, the if you had granite countertops, that was kind of unique. That was sort of the rich and famous had natural stone countertops, and the prices come down quite a bit. And now it's very affordable to have natural stone countertops.
Yeah, things changed a lot. Like you said, 10 years ago, anybody can afford a granite countertop nowadays. Anybody, especially what we do. We bring our direct from the source. So for that reason, to make it more affordable for our customers, and to provide a better quality material as well, because I personally hand select the material. So I'm not going to bring any materials here that is cracked or chipped or anything like that. I'm going to bring a first quality materials in, and it's affordable for any budget.
And there are certain types of natural stone that are the most affordable, and then there are other types that are more expensive. They're more exotic. They're harder maybe to mine the stone, or more rare.
Yes, it is true. Like the standard colors, we have several, like 5 to 10 standard colors.
Uba tuba.
Exact, Uba tuba, Santa Cecilia, neutral color, they are beautiful too.
Sure, of course.
It doesn't mean they are less expensive. They look good. They're beautiful color materials. Very good. Have nothing to do. The price of the material have nothing to do with the quality of the material. Quality of material is the same. Is granite. From A to D, the quality of the material is the same, because we deal with only first quality material, and it's just like it's easy to get or hard to get. If it's a lot in the market, it's going to be less expensive. If it's hard to get, it's going to be more expensive.
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand.
So
Exactly.
if there's Uba tuba is a fairly common type of granite, and so there's lots of it out there. It's easy to get, and so that's going to be less expensive than name a more exotic type of natural stone that would be more expensive.
The one that's really a lot of people would know is the Blue Bahia.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Blue Bahia, it's a beautiful stone, but it's only one place in the whole world that you can get it. It's in Brazil. So it's only one mountain. So they can put the price they want. So it's not a lot in the market. That particular stone is going to be more expensive.
Do you ever get homeowners who might mix materials? They might, on a kitchen island, they might have that blue, what do you call it?
Blue Bahia.
Bahia. So that's more expensive, and so maybe you put it on an island where it's a smaller space, and then you have maybe a less expensive stone on the rest of the countertops in the kitchen.
Seeing that all the time. Seeing that all the time. Sometimes not really to put a more expensive material in the island. It's more that sometimes they go with a different color cabinets in the island, a different color cabinet in the rest of the kitchen. So they put a different material in the island to match with that cabinet. It's still blended, match with the rest of the color scheme that they have.
And is the rule still the same that usually if you're going to use marble, that's more a material more for the bathroom, and granite is you can use in the bathroom or the kitchen, but it's a harder material than marble. Is that?
Exactly. Marble is more for a bathroom. Granite can be used any place, outside, inside, it doesn't matter. But we still do it sometimes. Customers want the marble in their kitchen. You still can do it, but you need to be more careful.
Sure.
But nowadays, granite has a lot of granite that looks like marble.
Oh yeah.
And has that vein, but you're still getting the look of the marble, but the durability of the granite.
Gotcha.
No, it's a lot of granite nowadays that looks like marble. It's gorgeous as well.
Well, tell everybody how they can get in touch with Real Deal Countertops.
So Real Deal Countertop can be reached, on the address 818 Central Avenue in Summerville, or the phone number 866-707-1414, or they can call me personally, 843-729-1176. Again, 843-729-1176, or they can go to our website, realdealcountertops.com.
All right, terrific. Well, we have been talking with Rafael Kedevez with Real Deal Countertops, and thanks to Real Deal Countertops for hosting today's radio show, and a big thank you to Real Deal Countertops for being a sponsor of the Charleston Home and Design Show. Thanks so much, Rafael.
Thank you very much.
If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, one of the sponsors of the Charleston Home and Design Show. And Real Deal Countertops is located at 818 Central Avenue in Summerville. And now we're talking with Anna Rose with Heritage Trust Federal Credit Union. How you doing, Anna?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Sure. Anna, tell everybody about Heritage Trust Federal Credit Union.
Well, I work in the mortgage department, and we are a local financial institution, and we have been here since 1955. We serve over 50,000 members in 4 counties, and we love to do real estate home loans.
Gotcha. So, what types of mortgages does Heritage Trust Federal Credit Union do?
Pretty much everything under the sun when it comes to real estate, residential mortgages, from lot loans, construction to perm loans, jumbo mortgages, and all of your standard products.
Okay. What can we walk me through here? What is a lot loan? Is it
At Heritage Trust, we love dirt, so it's just regular raw land.
Okay, so if you're thinking about building a house, for example, you would take out a loan for that lot.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. And what kinds of steps do you have to go through if you're gonna buy land? Is there anything different from a regular loan?
Well, you pretty much will have to have the land perked. It does have to pass that. You would want to have a
does that
survey done to check the ground.
Perk. Okay.
It has to perk, and you also have to have a survey so we know where your boundaries are.
Okay. All right. And does Heritage Trust do an appraisal on?
Yes, absolutely. There is an appraisal that would need to be done as well.
Okay. And so you buy the lot. You're getting ready to build. What is a construction to permanent loan?
Well, when you're building a property, you're going to need the construction loan. That's to start from ground up, where you get a builder. There's going to be things as far as draws that are needing to be done, and you have to go through this structural.
What's a draw?
Whenever the builder whenever the builder completes whatever he says as far as what's on his checklist, then he's going to need to get paid. So he requests a draw.
Gotcha. So the builder doesn't wait. You don't wait until the very end of the house to pay the builder.
No.
You have to the builder has to pay for the building materials and the lumber and everything like that. So there's certain phases that the builder would get a draw for the loan.
Correct. It's standard procedure with building properties.
Gotcha. And does Heritage Trust, do you folks send out someone to verify that the builder has in fact completed that particular portion that coincides with the draw of money that they'll be getting?
We do. We'll send out an appraiser each time a draw is requested.
Mm-hmm.
We will also let the closing attorney know so they can update the title binder. That's to show if there's any kind of mechanic liens or any other type of liens on the property during the course of construction. Make sure all that's clean before we'll release a draw.
What's a mechanic lien?
Well, sometimes, if a builder has started a project but didn't finish and then maybe have skipped out of town for some reason, or somebody didn't pay him off of a certain job and they put a lien against the property, that's what a mechanic lien would be.
Okay. So
It'd be from a third party.
all right. And this is something, I guess, that has happened in previous years, not just to Heritage Trust, but to other banks, it's kind of a standard.
Absolutely, standard practice.
So you're more or less working on the homeowner's behalf. So instead of just giving out money willy-nilly to the builder, you're protecting the homeowner who's taking out that loan, making sure that everything is on the up and up, that the builder has done exactly what they've said, and if they're working on another project and there was a problem with that other homeowner might, or that other supplier might put a lien on the lot. Is that the way it works, or they would put a lien on that the project that they were working on themselves?
Yeah, it would be the lien on the project that they're working
Gotcha.
on.
The other project. Gotcha.
Yes,
And so
but
if
we will approve. We have to get the builder approved first prior to construction. When you're starting off with the construction process, that's one of the main things that has to be done up front, is getting your builder approved with us if they're not on our approval list already.
Do any builders ever not get approved?
Not that I have seen. I mean, there's a standard procedure for that as well. We do check references, and there's a mini application that has to be done on them, making sure that they have all their insurances in place. Pretty much, if you follow within the guidelines like you would normally when you're getting approved, if you're a builder, you know what procedures you're going to have to take to get approved with that particular lender.
Gotcha. So once the house, the construction of the house is complete, what happens then to the construction loan? That's where it moves to a permanent loan for the homeowner?
Yes. Once your house is complete, you pretty much, it's going to be like a loan modification. You're just going to be re-signing the documents as far as this is now your interest rate, this is what your balance is, and then that's it, and you can move in.
Gotcha. And what is a jumbo mortgage or a jumbo loan?
Jumbo are your big time loans. Any loan that's over $417,000.
Which doesn't sound like a lot when you're building a custom house for some people.
Yeah, we could go up to $2 million.
Okay.
On jumbo loans.
Gotcha. So so anything, if you wanted to get a loan over $417,000, that's considered a jumbo.
That's considered
loan.
a jumbo.
And are the mortgage, the interest rates any different on a jumbo loan than?
Absolutely. There's always going to be some kind of add-in. We don't have any control of what the interest rates are for add-ins, but because you're going over a certain limit, you will have additional add-ins tapped in. So like, for an example, if today's interest rate on a regular conventional loan was 4.125, you're usually going to be looking probably about 5, if not less. I'm just coming off the top of my head, not looking at anything, but just to try to give you an example.
Gotcha. I know right after the recession began, it was hard to get loans. Is it easier now to have things loosened up?
Yeah, things are loosened up, and we've actually expanded a lot of things within our own Heritage Trust in-house. You have the option to use an in-house, to use us, and have our underwriters and our processors process your mortgage and manage it, or you could go through an investor.
Gotcha. Homeowners have a lot of choices out there. Why do you recommend a homeowner use Heritage Trust Federal Credit Union?
Well, just as I just had said, number one, you're paired with a local experienced loan officer who advises you and guides you through the entire process. And then number two is what I just indicated, that you have a choice to have your mortgage managed in-house by our group or with one of our top investors. 3, we are extremely competitive with our interest rates and closing costs. And number 4, we can pre-approve you before you see a realtor.
Gotcha. Well, what kinds of trends are you seeing in the industry now?
Well, home loan rates are at its all-time near right now.
All-time lows?
Yes, all-time lows. It's a great time to buy and sell if you're looking at selling. If you're looking at refinancing, it's a great time to refinance as well.
Gotcha. What types of tips can you offer homeowners that are looking to buy a home?
always look at your options. See what's available, how many choices you have. Should you go conventional? Should you go FHA? Are you eligible for a VA or a USDA type of loan? There's other types of loans out there. If you're not too familiar, definitely do your research. If you are looking to do construction to perm loans, definitely do your research. One of the things about Heritage Trust is that we are a credit union, so anytime you're not putting down 20% of the sales price when you're purchasing, you're going to have to pay private mortgage insurance, which is basically an insurance you pay as a consumer that covers the lender, just in case you default. With Heritage Trust, because we're a credit union, those mortgage insurance rates are a lot less than some of your stockholder banks.
Gotcha.
Bigger banks.
Gotcha. Yeah. And for people who might not know what's the difference between a credit union and a regular?
A credit union is member owned, which means that we are not for profit. It's not in our interest to make profit. So anything that we make, we give back to our members as in form of interest rates and in closing costs. We'll help you find ways to pay for that. With bigger institutions, bigger banks, those are stockholders. So anytime they make money, that's who gets paid.
Gotcha. Well, how can folks learn more about Heritage Trust Federal Credit Union?
Absolutely. You could just go onto our website at www.heritagetrust.org. You could go under the mortgage section on there. You can fill out the application if you're wanting to purchase. Or if you have some general questions, you could give me a call at 843-832-2719.
Okay, terrific. Well, we have been talking with Anna Rose with Heritage Trust Federal Credit Union. Thanks so much, Anna.
Thank you.
If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, located at 818 Central Avenue in Summerville. And Real Deal Countertops is one of the sponsors of the Charleston Home and Design Show, coming up January 24th through the 26th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. And now we're talking with Alan Wheeler with Coastal Design Builders. How you doing, Alan?
Good, Tim.
Good. Alan, tell everybody about Coastal Design Builders.
Coastal Design Builders is a building firm that does custom homes, also does remodeling, like inside of a house, new kitchen, new bath. Also, we do additions. People want a master suite. They might want a kitchen addition, laundry room addition, things like that.
Okay. How long you're a builder? How long have you been a builder, Alan?
Well, for 26 years. I've been in the Charleston area about 6 years, and then I was in Greensboro, North Carolina, prior to that. And so all kinds of projects. A lot of builders will be a custom home builder, and then a lot will be just doing remodeling. But I've enjoyed both for most of the 26 years.
Good deal. And how long did you say you've been building in Charleston?
About 6 years.
About 6 years. What kinds of projects has Coastal Design Builders been working on in the last 6 years here in the Charleston area?
Well, last year and the year before, I did 2 custom homes. One was up in the Summerville, Monk's Corner area, and worked with the homeowners and designed that house. And then the year before that, a custom house in Walterboro. And the owner, normally I work with couples, but he was a single guy. And so we built and designed a house for a single guy, and that was kind of interesting. Just without the feminine input.
Does he have a urinal in the bathroom or something?
Well, we talked about that, and he decided if he ever wanted to sell it, it might not go over.
That's what I wanted, and my wife shot me down. But so I'm glad I'm not alone.
Well, we guys come up with a check and a few ideas, and the ladies in our lives usually come up with the design ideas. That's true. Yeah.
Right.
And then more recently, right now I'm just finishing a laundry room addition, a kitchen where we were able able to redo the existing kitchen cabinets, and they didn't have an island, so we got a new island in with granite and wood countertop.
You didn't have to replace the kitchen cabinets. How did you do anything to modify those existing cabinets?
Well, what was really interesting is the design was classical and not dated so much. So, but the finish was a pickled oak from about 18 years ago. But the door styles were still being sold today. So I was able to get I'll say a furniture refinishing company to come in, took the doors off, refinished them in the shop, and then refinished the outside and sides at the job site. And then also homeowner wanted glazing, so he was able to do a glazing finish.
Very good. So that I'm sure helped save the homeowner some money.
It did, because that would be, because we talked about what would the possibility be for all new kitchen cabinets, and probably they were able to save $12,000 to $14,000.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Alan, you couple of the projects you mentioned, especially the custom houses that Coastal Design Builders has built. You mentioned something about helping with the design. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, homeowners, my experience over 26 years is that homeowners will find in magazines a plan, or sometimes they'll have they can buy for $49 online a kind of a non-construction set. And almost all the time they're saying, it's like 80% what we want, but how do we move a wall? How do we shift the back? How do we add 300 square feet? And so I'm able to work with them, bring in an architect, if necessary for a really major change, but if it's minor, then I can take care of those changes for them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And in this day and age of people trying to save money, I'm sure that customers appreciate that added value that Coastal Design Builders is offering to them.
Well, what I've found is, because I'm not a really large company like a track company, and I do my own estimating, and I know the current costs for all different framing materials, finish materials, roofing, and so on, that when I'm talking with them, they always want to get the most for their budget. And so I'm able to look at design changes that can work within their budget, rather than trying to just do something that could end up being, oh, this is really gorgeous, but it's out of budget. What do we do?
Occasionally some homeowners will think about, maybe I'll just be my own contractor on the project, building a house. And if anyone talks to me about that, I always tell them that they're crazy. They need that advocate. They need that builder to look out for their interests, and it's worth every penny. I remember when we were building our house, and there was one occasion where within about a 3-minute time span, I called the builder 7 times, and he answered 7 times. So it was very quick questions. Oh, I forgot to ask him this. So, there's going to be a million questions that are going to come up. But tell me about why, you as the role as a builder, why your role is so important to a homeowner these days.
Well, we're the homeowner's advocate. When I hear of any, I'll say, war stories about bad experiences, generally it's where a homeowner has tried to do some things themselves with a friend or a family member. And so just like if someone wants to buy an existing house, they hire a realtor, and the realtor is their advocate. Well, the builder's role is really an advocate, because Tim, you may be aware, but January 1, there was a new energy code that really changed.
Of 2013?
Yes, this past year.
11 months ago. Okay.
11 months ago. And then this past July 1st, a new international building code was adopted by South Carolina, made some state modifications. And then finally, what's come to be is, though it was passed in Congress summer of 2012, call it the BW 12, which is for the Bigger Waters Flood Reform Act, and 100,000 properties are affected by this new law. And July 1 this year, a year later after it was passed, things started kicking in. And so two of my projects, for instance, recently are in James Island, flood zones, and it took a while to deal with all the elements of this Flood Reform Act. So the role of the builder has just increased substantially this year. Definitely.
What did you have to do to resolve those issues with those two projects you just mentioned?
Well, now the new law requires that every addition, every significant remodel, and every new home constructed has to have an elevation certificate if they're in a flood zone. And there's we call it freeboard. If the measurement is that the floor level is 2 feet or more above this base flood elevation, you get the best insurance rate. So when buildings are taking place and design work is being done, then we need to consider that. So they have to pay just for getting the building permit, they have to pay for this flood elevation certificate. And then it needs to be reviewed by the county. And I had to meet with county officials for these two particular jobs.
Yeah, and my prediction is that if there's any contractors who are looking to pick up extra business, it would be in the house raising business, because you're going to see a lot of houses that are going to, just because of the high cost of the flood insurance, they're going to hire a builder to raise their house up above the ground. It'll be an elevated house in order not to pay $30,000 or $40,000 a year in flood insurance.
I agree with you. I think there's going to be a lot more of that. And I know there's a bill that's trying to postpone all of this, but it's not been passed. Can't see in the foreseeable future that it will be passed. So anyone who's trying to start building in the next 9 months through next summer or fall really ought to check with a builder on all these new laws.
Well, if they have questions, how can folks get in touch with Coastal Design Builders?
Well, phone number is 843-300-9383. I've got a website, www.coastaldesignbuilders.com, and there's a lot of information there. Those are probably the two best ways.
And people can see Alan Wheeler with Coastal Design Builders on Low Country Live. What days are you on?
Yes, every Tuesday, the Low Country Live is at 10 to 11, and I'm usually in the first half hour, so anywhere from 10 after 10 to 10:30. Tips on a lot of things we talked about today, so they can count on every Tuesday.
Good deal. All right. Well, we have been talking with Alan Wheeler with Coastal Design Builders. Thanks so much, Alan.
Thanks, Tim.
If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, located at 818 Central Avenue in Summerville. And we're very proud to have Real Deal Countertops as one of the sponsors of the Charleston Home and Design Show coming up January 24th through the 26th. And now we're talking with Robert Gatch with All About Garage Doors. And All About Garage Doors, you folks are a vendor at the Charleston Home and Design Show.
Yes, we are, Tim, and very grateful that we're going to be there. Looking forward to it.
You bet. Well, Robert, tell everybody about All About Garage Doors.
All About Garage Doors is a company that my wife and I started. It's been about 8 years now. We're locally owned. We're here. We're based out of Summerville, over on Highway 78, but we do work for the whole Tri-County area. We specialize in garage doors, new construction, also retrofit, which is, if you have existing garage doors. If we also do repairs on your garage doors and maintenance. And just anything that has to do with your garage door.
Gotcha. Okay.
We can cover you.
Tell me why a homeowner ought to call a local company like All About Garage Doors for a new garage door, or to perhaps repair a garage door versus maybe don't the big box stores sell garage doors?
Yes. You're going to get the customer service, and we're very competitive. Some instance, we can even beat the prices of the box stores because a lot of stuff they have to order, and where we keep the stuff in stock, so that kind of keeps the cost down. I like to buy local. I like to use people that I know. It's you're helping the local economy. There's a lot of new things to where people are wanting to buy local. Our doors are also American made. They're CHI overhead doors. They're not made here in South Carolina, but they're made in America. And a lot of our competition, their products aren't American made. So we're real proud about that, and I think it does make a difference. Supporting the local companies. It's just the way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah. And, if you were to buy a garage door from one of the big box stores, they ultimately are going to, they have some subcontractors, installers that are local people. So you might as well just cut them out of the whole thing and go local all the way and, buy your garage door from a local company like All About Garage Doors.
Yes, Tim, you're correct, because we do some installs for like Sears. So, but when you go directly through us, I mean, I feel like we're going to give you the best customer service. We're a big enough company that we can provide those needs, but still a small enough company that we can give you that extra customer service. I just come from a job site today to be here with you. So, and a lot of bigger companies that way, they don't have the owner out there. And I really do think that's that's going to separate us from our competition.
Robert, how did you get into the garage door business?
It's a fun story. I was in the Air Force, and then I got out, and I was on the highway patrol. And a lot of highway patrol or police officers or even firefighters, they do a lot of side jobs. So I started, that's what I was doing. Yes. It's a good career. I loved it, but just wasn't making the money that I need to be in law enforcement. So I started, doing garage doors on the side, and then just we're real good at it, and just the company's grown. So I've been doing it full time for about 6-7 years now. So this is the way I support my family, and I take a lot of pride in it.
Good deal. Well, what are you seeing as far as trends in garage doors? Is the carriage style garage door, is that still real popular?
Yeah, the carriage style is real popular. I think the trend that I see is less maintenance. We have a lot of products that are out there, but we do a lot of wood doors, wood custom doors too. But the trend seems to be now is getting doors that it used to be you had doors that look like carriage doors, your garage doors. People have probably seen them around town. Now the trend is getting the wood look, and we have a new product that we're going to be debuting at the home show that's coming up. So.
Oh, good deal. So they can, folks can come out to the Charleston Home and Design Show and see this new product. What is it? What is the product?
It's a CHI overhead door. It's it's the manufacturer we use. It's American made, but what it is, it's their accent collection. And what their accent collection is it's a steel door. It's very good constructed. It has a lifetime warranty on the paint, but it's to look like wood doors. They come in a mahogany, a dark wood, a light wood. You can get windows in them. We've done quite a few of them, and they're priced real well. So, and like I said, low maintenance, which is down here in the South with the climate. Right now it's a little crazy out there. The weather, it's cold one day, warm the next. It puts a lot of pressure on real wood products. So I'm real excited about that.
Yeah, and I remember talking to a builder about there was a house that didn't have gutters, and so whenever it rained, the rain would pour off of the roof. It would hit the concrete driveway, splash up onto the wood, the bottom panel of the wood garage door, and over time that bottom panel started to rot away.
I mean, we've had customers that like every few years they're replacing that bottom panel. This product here, you get that wood look, but you don't have that issue where every few years that you're having to keep up maintenance or having to look into replacing, the sections.
And that's and I just wanted to make sure I heard that right. That's if somebody has a problem with the garage door, say that bottom panel needs to be replaced, it's starting to rot. That's something that All About Garage Doors can help with.
Correct. We keep a very good stock of wooden bottom panels that, in older homes they seem to be. Some we need to special order, but that's something we can definitely help someone with.
What other kinds of problems have you seen homeowners have with their garage doors that All About Garage Doors was able to help them with?
I think the trend that we're seeing is this, especially on the islands. You have a lot of people that come down here for the summer months, and then they need maintenance done. So a lot of times it's going to be less costly if you keep the maintenance. The garage doors is your largest moving part on your garage. I mean, on your house, not just your garage. But a lot of people don't realize that they need to maintain that. And I recommend, having a maintenance program, or at least grease your doors, every 3 months or every 6 months. Just have some kind of plan on how to maintain. It just helps when everybody hates to go push that garage door button and just nothing happens, and so you're like, what happened? So with a maintenance plan, we could address problems before they come up. But that's the trend that I see is with people that are traveling and giving us a call when they come down into town, have us come out and do like a tune-up on their garage door. Just make sure everything's working real good.
Good deal. Well, how can folks get in touch with All About Garage Doors?
They can reach us through y'all's website, which is a great website. They can also call us at Summerville. It's 843 area code 832-4304. My mobile. A lot of people don't like to give their mobile, but I like to hear from the customers. So if you want to call me directly and you have a question about your garage door, or you just want to talk about garage doors, my number is 514-8913. Also, you can visit us on our website at aagdcharleston.com. And you can come see us if you're ever out here in Summerville on it's 1032 Highway 78, right down from the fairgrounds, right there in Summerville. So there's a lot of growing going on here in Summerville, so you might want to come check it out.
Good deal. All right. Well, we have been talking with Robert Gatch with All About Garage Doors. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you, Tim.
If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Real Deal Countertops, located at 818 Central Avenue in Somerville. And Real Deal Countertops is one of the sponsors of the Charleston Home and Design Show, coming up January 24th through the 26th at the Citadel's Johnson Haygood Stadium. And now we're talking with Gene Wallace with Plugs Appliance. How you doing, Gene?
I'm doing great, and you?
Good, good. Gene, tell everybody about Plugs Appliance Center.
Plugs Appliance Center is located on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard, west of the Ashley. We've got 9,000 square feet of showroom. We represent about 25 different name brands, 17 different kitchen vignettes, so the customer can feel free to just come in and browse around and see what the appliances are going to look like in the proper setting.
Yeah, and I've been to the Plugs Appliance showroom many times, and you've got all these amazing vignettes. I mean, Plugs Appliance. You folks could have just had a bunch of rows of appliances out there, which is kind of ugly when when you're. I'm sure that it isn't. They aren't ugly to you being an appliance guy, but from a homeowner's point of view, you want to see what those appliances will look like in a home setting, right?
Exactly. Yep. We put a lot of time and effort into vignettes, and it really does give the homeowner the freedom and to browse and just take their time and see what it's going to look like in the proper setting, and instead of just rows and rows of dishwashers or whatever. It's really a different setting. Now, we do the retail business as well, and that's rows and rows of laundry, but that's about the only way to do the laundry business.
Sure,
but,
sure. And those are freestanding anyways versus being installed. And, okay, so what are some of the most popular brands of appliances that Plugs has?
Wolf Sub-Zero. We do a very good job with Thermador. GE Monogram, Genair, Whirlpool, the list goes on.
And so at Plugs Appliance, your showroom, homeowners, when you're walking around looking at these different vignettes, you've got the Wolf and the Sub-Zero appliances all installed in one kitchen vignette, and then you move to the next kitchen vignette, and you've got a totally different brand that you're showing, right?
Yes. And different cabinet layouts, and there are some models with refrigerator with panels on the front of them and that sort of thing. So it's a very nice experience to walk through the different vignettes.
And you mentioned Wolf and Sub-Zero. Are there any other brands that a Plugs Appliance sells that are not so high-end? Not everybody can afford a Sub-Zero refrigerator or a Wolf range, for example.
Sure, we do we offer KitchenAid, we offer Genair, GE Profile. LG is into built-in appliances now. We offer Samsung, so a lot of different brands, and you don't always have to spend $10,000 for a refrigerator or a range or whatever it happens to be.
Gotcha. And every one of these different brands you've got in a vignette, so that even if you're buying an inexpensive appliance package, you're still able to kind of see how they all look when they're installed in a kitchen.
We've got a vignette set up for a $1,400 kitchen. We've got a vignette set up for a $30,000 kitchen. So we do cover the entire spectrum, yes.
Right, and that's kind of unique in Charleston, because I think if you go to like one of the big box stores, you're either going to order out of a catalog or you're going to see the appliances just all in rows and
exactly.
rows, right?
Yep.
And when people are building or remodeling their house, they really want they don't want to make a bad decision. They don't want to make the wrong decision, and so being able to get that that confirmation in their mind that yes, these are the appliances that I'm gonna be proud of and show off to my friends and neighbors when they come to visit. That's very helpful, being able to see them all in the vignettes.
Oh yes, and we've got over 50 years of experience as far as salespeople over there, and we've got a kitchen designer on staff. So people to answer your questions, and really, it's a very, very helpful feeling when you walk in. I mean, it's.
How does the kitchen designer that Plugs Appliance has on staff? How does that kitchen designer help homeowners?
She's been in the business about 20 years, and she doesn't charge for her service. She's actually a salesperson, but with her experience, she just makes the process easy, and she'll offer her suggestions and that sort of thing. Works with other designers as well. So
you talk about Rebecca Gary.
Yes, Rebecca.
Who is an interior designer by trade and now works at Plugs Appliance, and she can't help but share some of her experience and wisdom that she has picked up over the many years as an interior designer with your customers.
yes, Rebecca has been a treasure. She really has.
Well, good deal. Let's talk about the average homeowner and also like the maybe an investor who might have some a house or some apartments that they rent. The first thing that that person might think is, I'm going to get I don't want a Wolf or a Sub-Zero appliance in some of the rental properties I have. I want something that's going to last and be durable and be able to hold up to a tenant who doesn't own the property and so doesn't really care. They might not put a dent in the refrigerator or something like that. They're not going to care like a homeowner cares.
Exactly.
And does Plugs Appliance have appliances for those folks?
We offer refrigerators from about $399 to $13,000. So we do offer the full spectrum from lower end all the way up to the premium end appliances.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And so what about installation of the appliances? Who takes care of that?
We can coordinate that through a third party, and so it's a total seamless operation as far as the customer concerned, but we do use a third party for installs.
Gotcha. Okay. And what are you seeing? What kinds of trends are you seeing in the appliance business these days? Are stainless steel? Will stainless steel ever go out of popularity?
Everybody keeps saying that stainless isn't going to be around, but it's been around for 25 years and it keeps going pretty strong. A lot of cabinet panels on the front of built-in appliances and that sort of thing, but I think stainless steel is still what most folks want.
Gotcha. And are there what features are people looking for, or are you telling homeowners about that are looking to buy appliances? What are some of the key features of some of these different appliances that people are seeking?
Well, one of the big things now is refrigerators are more than ice and water in the door. GE has introduced units that you can get hot water out of the refrigerator. Controlled measurements out of the dispenser. If you want 4 ounces, you just hit 4 ounces and it's going to dispense 4 ounces. So they're really more precise as far as stuff like that goes. Convection in cooking is still the big thing. Induction cooking is becoming real big.
I saw an ad on TV the other day for a refrigerator that had a dispenser, and I was kind of envious because I have to stand at my dispenser and wait for the cup the glass to fill up with water. This one, you could leave the cup and then go over here and do some multitasking, and it's not going to overflow.
Exactly. Just push a button and walk away, and it's there when you come back. So that's pretty exciting, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, good deal. Well, how can folks get in touch with Plugs Appliance?
We're located on 1903 Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and west of the Ashley in Charleston. Our phone number is 531-5132 and 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 5 on Saturday.
How about on the web?
On the web, www.plugsappliance.com.
All right, terrific. Well, we have been talking with Gene Wallace with Plugs Appliance. Thanks so much, Gene.
Thank you.
I'm talking about a home. Talking about me and you. The things we'll do. I said a home. I'm not talking about a one-night stand. I want to be your man. I said a home.
You've been listening to Talking About a home show on the radio. Talking About a Home is brought to you by the publishers of Charleston Home and Design magazine and the organizers of the Charleston Home and Design Show and the Custom Home and Remodel Show. To make contact with any of the companies featured today, visit newhomecharleston.com, Charleston's online home show, and home to over 200 local home-related companies motivated to work with you.